everyone, Heather Soltis here with your post-game edition of Studio 90. We're here in the lobby of the U.S. Women's National Team Hotel following their 2-0 victory over New Zealand in the quarterfinals of the Olympics. We'll hear from one of the goal scorers from today's game, Sydney Leroux, later on in extra time. But first, let's hear the post-game thoughts of some of the players on advancing to the semifinals.
I think it was really great for our team's momentum just to come out there, kind of set the tone and get that goal. Definitely a little bit of a relief when that happened. So it was good for us, for sure. Alex did a great job getting at the ball and just making something happen out of it, and then Abby finishing it off. It was a great combo.
We had the 1-0 lead for a while, and I think as the game kind of progressed further and further on, it's not a comfortable lead. So I think that's when you really start to kind of feel that pressure, and I mean, you don't want to make any mistakes at that point. So once we were able to get that second goal, we were finally able to really breathe and just realize that we were going to be able to make it through.
I knew, going into it that, I was definitely going to have to win a lot in the middle, tackle a lot, pick up a lot of second balls, and help the backs out in any way that I can. So, we definitely knew that that was going to be the case going in there, and I thought we executed it well, created a lot of chances, finished 2, and now we're on to the semis.
To finish with a 0 again, as we call it, it's great, team defense. I think the back 4, 5 of us, Hope included, have been doing well, but the team defense overall has been great.
And now we're back with the score of the clinching goal of tonight's quarterfinal match against New Zealand, forward Sydney Leroux. Thanks for stopping by Extra Time.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone knows your role on the team. You usually come in as a late sub. Your job is to kind of wreak havoc out there. What did the coaches tell you before coming into today's game?
Paul had told me to remember how I played against them in February in Dallas, and how I was a part of changing the game, and he said that I need to do exactly that.
How much did that help, having played them earlier this year?
I think it helped. We knew what we were supposed to do. They do a lot of similar things as us, so it was fun to play them again.
You scored the second goal of the game, but it was really the one that kind of sealed it for you guys. It was your first Olympic goal. Take me through it.
Tobin had the ball, and I peeled out and kind of got inside of the defender, and Tobin played a ball over the top, and I took a touch, and I felt my defender on her, and then I felt her kind of fall behind me, and I saw the goal, and I looked at Abby because I was going to see where she was, see if I could, slot her a pass, and then she was pointing to me like, go, like, take it yourself. And I looked at the keeper and shot it and put it through her legs and scored.
Have you seen a picture yet of the look on your face?
Yeah, everyone has been tweeting me the picture of my celebration and my face. I was like, because I didn't know what to do. It was one of the best moments of my career thus far, and it was so exciting. And the game was getting a little hectic, and to go up 2-0 in the final minutes was definitely a breath of fresh air.
Some of your teammates have said that they were even tearing up on the field because they were so happy for you. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool because I respect who I play with so much, and they've taught me so much, and for me, like, I'm fans of my own team, and it was great seeing how happy they were for me. And yeah, Abby said it was one of the most genuine faces she's ever seen, and Kelly had hugged me and she was screaming in my face like, I'm so proud of you, I'm so proud of you. And I was like, we were almost crying in our little circle, and it was a great moment.
You had a really great couple of days of training leading up to this game. Did you feel really good going into this match against New Zealand?
To be honest, I was really nervous. Like, from the beginning of the day to when the whistle blew, I was just feeling different. And usually, yeah, I get nervous, but it was a different feeling, and I didn't really know what to expect when I went in, and I was just like, I'm just gonna, go and run, and that's what I did.
So everyone who's a Sydney Leroux fan knows about your Chihuahua Boss, and anyone who's watched your individual player profile on ussoccer.com knows that you were going to ask your mom to bring Boss over to England for the Olympics. Did Boss make the trip?
Boss unfortunately did not make the trip, but he has been a huge part of our fan base in little Vancouver, Canada. So He has been at home, you know, cheering us on.
Does he watch the games? Does he have a jersey or
anything? He does
anything
watch
like
the
that?
games. He doesn't have a jersey, but he has his own. He has a few of his own little shirts. But yeah, he's watched every game.
Well, you've shown us what your facial expression was after you scored your goal. What do you think Boss's reaction was?
Boss has gained some weight, and I think that he had a mini Chihuahua heart attack. So I'm very actually worried about how he's doing right now. But if he celebrated like I did, he's probably at the vet. So.
Well, Sydney, thank you so much for joining us on Studio 90 Extra Time. You can see Sydney and the U.S. Women's National Team take on Canada in the semifinals of the Olympics on August 6th at Old Trafford in Manchester. That game airs at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time live on the NBC Sports Network and the NBC Olympic Soccer Channel. Congratulations on scoring your first Olympic goal.
Thank you.